Good evening, welcome to the University of Worcester Arena for this BBL Cup Group 1 game between the hometown Worcester Wolves and the visiting Bristol Flyers. It is an intriguing one tonight. Worcester third in this group with 2 wins from 5, and Bristol bottom with 1 win from 5. So a Bristol win would see them level the columns, of course, with Worcester bringing points difference into play, and a Worcester win would see Bristol eliminated. So Wolves, as we know, took a narrow 5-point win down in Bristol, but it's been a tough run since, and Matt Newby needs his team to really dig in tonight and find a way to deliver a win off the back of 2 straight defeats at the weekend, both with a fade down the stretch. It'll be a test of stamina as much as anything else. And the Flyers, well, will need not only to win here tonight, but they've got to win really big here in Worcester. Bristol, they're a very athletic, very physical outfit, and although Coach Kapoulis has plenty of firepower at his disposal, there is a significant points difference, so he will need everyone to step up and be counted in this game tonight. One thing's for sure, folks, whatever happens here tonight, for certain, this has the makings of a great game. And to unpick the finer points of tonight's game, I'm joined as ever by the best man for the job, the man described as the Mr. Bean of British basketball. He has a funny walk, he knows his way around a Mini Cooper, creates chaos wherever he goes, and it is, of course, the fantastically confused and slightly vacant Mr. Chris Lowe. Chris, good evening to you.
They get worse.
Once again, running out of ideas. Once again, I'll put them all in a book one day. Anyway, so quite a lot to talk about, Chris, coming into this game tonight.
Yep.
Not least of which the travails Worcester are having with injuries, one thing or another, which we'll get into in a moment. Player announcements about to be done. We'll take you through those now as the Bristol Flyers take to the floor. Number 1, of course, Daniel Edozie, great servant for the Bristol Flyers, Panos Mayendombe. Number 3, Marvin Dinnell.
Number 6,
Teddy Okafor. Where's the number 6 shirt? Zach Copeland. At number 7, Josh Rogers. Carrying number 8, number 10, Raphael Thomas Edwards. 13, Eric Lockett. Liam Davis at 21. 25, it is the man who is everywhere, Marcus Delpeche. Finley Woodward at number 32. And led, of course, by Coach Andreas Kapoulis. And so Worcester Wolves, the captain of the Wolves, carrying number 2, Martin Boutneck, sponsored by Bar 23 here in Worcester. Josh McSwiggan, the under-20s youngster, former GB player at number 4. Jordan Williams, the big man, carrying a thumb injury into this game. Jordan Williams, number 9, Lucas McGregor. Micah Elan at number 10, a man from California, and of course it's NBA at number 11. They're going to need a big game from Matthew Bryan and Manning tonight. Number 12, Nathan Ramsdale Owen, and Tola Akiki, someone who has proved to be something of an impact guard so far this season. Another player who I suspect is going to feature heavily tonight. Matt Williamson, the youngster at 25, and new face here on the BBL roster, Sam Broughton at 34. Sam, who was part of the Loughborough Leicester Riders set-up, went through the programme there. His hometown boys come back to Worcester. He's stepping in tonight to fill a role for Coach Matt Newby. And of course, last but by no means least, the mustachioed Henry Wilkins, the man for whom it is permanently Movember at number 77. Chris, let's talk a little bit about Wolves. We've got 5 minutes before they jump this one up. Wolves, big injury issues.
Well, they got big injury issues. A thumb injury is a niggling one. It depends on if it's on your shooting hand or not, and that sort of scenario. So that's one. It's going to sting. It's going to hurt, but you just got to go through it and make sure that you look after it if you can, sort of scenario. So that's Jordan Williams. Obviously, Daniel Johnson's got he's on crutches.
Yeah, he had a bad, it was a bad injury. Yeah, I mean, it was a serious injury down in Surrey.
There's ruptures and stuff like that, and sometimes it's sometimes better to actually break your ankle. I know it sounds daft, but than to have a serious strain, stroke, ruptures, and that sort of soft tissue is harder to recover from on an ankle injury than a break. A clean break is a break. you're getting yourself into plastering and air boots, and then it'll heal itself as long as there's not too much soft tissue damage around that. So therefore, it's a nasty one, and it's, you know, at least I'd say 2 months.
Yeah.
For that one. So from Wolves' point of view, that's that. But from a mental point of view, is that the rest of the players have just got to go, okay, right, we haven't got that player, what? And Matt Newby's got to go into that scenario as well and say, right, this is who we got. This is the hand we dealt with. This is where we got to go from. McSwiggan, you got to stay on court. I can't afford you going again and me not being able to...
And fouling out with 2 games on the trot, I think.
Yeah, exactly. 2 home games on a trot, fouled out, and early as well. So you've got to make sure that, one, yes, you're playing defence, but in the first quarter, I think last week, was it both weeks, he's picked up 2 early fouls, and then suddenly he's having to manage, and Matt Newby's having to manage his time. So therefore, he's got to look after that. So from that point of view, you know, people have got to make sure that they act professionally and do the job and look after the fact that they're realising that they might be a man stroke 2 down.
Yeah, but it's a tough job in the post. Sam's come in and he's going to fill a role there for sure. NBA, we're going to see him play big minutes tonight for Worcester.
Yeah. I mean, Sam's a big body to bring in. It's great news, you know, ex-Wolves Academy player and that sort of stuff, but he's a different player to Daniel Thompson-Johnson. He's different. So it is a body, but a different role. It might be something that helps Wolves, it might not be. So from that point of view, great, excellent. He's been around BBL teams, so he's used to being that. So although he hasn't featured, he's got good experience. Yeah,
and Bristol, of course, conversely, you know, you've got a deep bench there. I mean, crikey, look down that list. The position in this group for the Bristol Flyers, you know, is just no reflection of this roster, is it?
Well,
at all.
It doesn't. But I was looking at the stats, and I came down to the bottom and I looked at points. I've only scored 196 points.
Well, we said big points difference.
So that's a massive problem. But they've only conceded 203. When you look at Wolves, 380. Yeah. You know, it's not that they're not. Their defence obviously is doing a job.
Yeah.
It's just they can't score the points. So from an offensive point of view, that's where obviously they must be working on and looking, because that's what's letting them down at the moment. Wolves 344. Yeah, the points difference is there, but it's whether Wolves can score enough points against them. I think that the games, the last couple of games, which was it was friendly, wasn't it? They had friendly games against each other, and those were close games, low-scoring close games. So, you know, from that point of view, is in real terms, is that 64-69 was the last game.
That's right.
So it's not as if
yeah, absolutely, it's a ground-out win. I mean, that was a ground-out win here, and you know, I mean, I have to say, I love their style of play. I love the system that Coach Kafoulas puts on the floor. And actually, you know, tonight there's an opportunity for them to capitalise on something. And I just get the sense of Bristol, it's taken them a little while this season to hit their stroke. But once they do, you know, cup finalists last year, you know, Worcester didn't walk away by any means with the cup. It was the narrowest of wins up there, you know, and Bristol all over them for the entire game. There's always a sort of dimension between these two teams. It seems to have sort of bubbled up as a separate rivalry at either end of the M5, you know, the same way that also that sort of, you know, East-West Midlands rivalry with the Riders. There's a similar kind of dimension to this, same kind of feel to it, you know?
Yeah, and it's always that same whenever either going down there or them coming to us. There's always that local rivalry, because it is the local team.
Well, we're about to jump this one up. Starting tonight for the Worcester Wolves, Martin Boutnick, Josh McSwiggan, Jordan Williams, Mika Elan and Matthew Bryan and Manning, so really no surprises there. And similarly at the other end of the floor, Daniel Edozie, Okerefort, Copeland, Thomas, Edwards and Lockett will be starting for the Bristol Flyers. Panos Mayan, Dombe, Dino Rogers, Davis, Del Pesh and Woodward coming off the bench, and McGregor, Ramsdale, Owen, Akiki, Williamson, Broughton and Williams off the bench for Worcester tonight. And it's going to be important for Worcester to settle this one early in terms of just getting into a rhythm, because I think the last couple of games we talked about, they struggled to, you know, to really hit a stride and really, you know, build up any sort of meaningful run.
Yeah, I mean they've hit strides for period of the game.
but faded off down the stretch.
Yeah, faded off. Well, not necessarily that. Faded off at other points of the game. You know, yes, the stretch was the one last week.
Well, Dozy and Jordan Williams jumping this one up. Williams carrying a thumb injury, tweaks an ankle in the game against the Plymouth Raiders, and immediately Bristol at the races. The side of the scoreboard ticking over. We said, didn't we, Chris, bit of sloppy handling from Worcester last time out.
Yeah, there were mistakes.
Elan. So that was Jordan Williams. Jordan Williams this time now muscles his way inside, can't finish. Off the glass. Here come the Flyers. Second obviously the game for them. Good throw from the corner, NBA. Again, loses the handle on the ball. And it's going to be a Bristol ball from the end line. So it's going to be Okafor. And the inbounds ball. Okafor, Thomas Edwards, I should say, from the end line. Oh, and there you go. Copeland, Zach Copeland, straight into the triple. Martin Boutneck now for Worcester. Boutneck. Down to NBA. Going to be relying heavily on him tonight as they did down in Surrey. Actually chatting just to the team photographer here just before the game. Made a great point, you know. 30 minutes of that game with 3 guys hanging off in NBA. What a shift he put in. And yeah. Came out with the deficit. Another triple goes up, and yeah, that's going to be a foul. Thomas Edwards, first foul of the game for him. First foul of the game, in fact, for anybody. So, Wolves ball from the end line. Martin Boutneck, all smiles as ever. So, here come Worcester. Martin Boutneck. Swigan. Williams. Boutneck at the top. Nice to McSwig. Jordan Williams now just dances along the baseline. Can't finish. Draws a foul. Chris.
Yeah, he'd be annoyed with himself because that was a little bump, and he had the easy shot, if you like, not to make the basket. I think Wolves are trying to force it a little bit. Obviously, Bristol looking at the coaching staff. Boutneck just called a play, and straight away the coach was telling them what play it was and that sort of stuff. The only thing I'm concerned about is where Wolves' guards, when they're running the plays or receiving the ball, they're way outside the 3-point line, so therefore they're no real threat. So if you're not a threat, you don't need to be over defended, which means that they can help.
Well, there you go. Lockett once again.
Yeah, he's their top scorer, isn't he, at the moment?
Yeah, another triple, and what's that? Solitary point from the line so far, 7-point game now. Jordan Williams getting muscled out of it. And Boutneck having to let that run to avoid the backcourt violation. And the referee's called that the way of the Flyers. But of course it is, because well, Boutneck confused by the call, but it's pretty clear, I think.
Yeah, he thought he came off a Bristol foot.
Dozy now. Daniel Dozy. Bleeds Bristol. Jordan Williams now, side of the backboard, no good. Worcester struggling to find anything here at the moment. Lockett muscled out of it. And
Wigan.
Into the line, yeah, Josh McSwiggan. You did say, Chris, you did say at the start. Daniel Adozie now. For a 4. Finds a 2. 6:39 to play. Worcester, solitary point on the board. Martin Boutneck, Williams, Elan. Worcester just not finding a way through. Not yet. Early days. 3 minutes and shrapnel play at NBA. Steps up. Gives the Worcester scoreboard operator something to do on that side of the board. Now Thomas Edwards. Copeland can't connect with that triple. But there is Thomas Edwards. And Worcester has gone. And I didn't see who that warning was given to, but
Manning.
Okay, so well,
he was complaining that he was being held, but pulled the ball down with one hand because his other arm was being held.
So here comes Martin Boutneck, the captain for Worcester. Boutneck. Stop and pop, no good. McSwiggan tried to trap it on the backboard, didn't go, no good. Here comes Copeland once again for Bristol. Copeland has got Thomas Edwards at the top, drives inside, beautiful finish off the window from Copeland. Bristol out to a 10-point game, and certainly Matt Newby seen enough.
Yeah, I mean, Manning made that three-point shot, and I was just, when it went in, I was like, well, that's a good job that went, because that was one where you don't want your big man stepping behind the line and taking shots.
Yeah.
You want him inside and playing. I think at the moment, Wolves are a little bit one-dimensional in the fact that they're getting into the post player, and Jordan Williams is trying his hardest to post the player up. Whether players are moving off him enough so it gives him an option, I don't know. But last week we said about the great thing was the guards were cutting off and giving them options, and that needs to be more. But Bristol are just at the moment are just more intense at the moment. They want the basketball. They're making their shots. Good shot selection when they drive to the hoop. I think Wolves need to step into the lane a lot earlier and move their feet a lot earlier, rather than sort of standing there in fear of committing a foul.
Yeah.
And that almost at times is that if you don't do that quickly and you don't make the decision quickly, and then you reach in or do something a little bit lazy, then you get the foul anyway. So it's get committed, move your feet, get your hands out, and put your body in the way.
Well, Mika Elan will get us back underway from the end line. Sure, Matt Newby has just hit the reset button for sure. 10-point deficit, 5:27 to go in the first quarter. And straight away, Copeland almost picks the pocket of Mika Elan. And signal that straight from the tip tonight, really. So, going to NBA. NBA going to work on Daniel Adozie, backing down, muscular offense from NBA. Expect to see a big game from him tonight. Adozie, Thomas Edwards now, jacks up the triple, this time no good. NBA has it. So, Worcester get away with that one. Wilkins checked into the game for Wolves. Martin Boutneck now the captain. Kicks it out to Wilkins in the corner. Fouled on the three, so he's going to the line to try and earn those the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, he got three attempts. I mean, although Manning made that last shot, which was great, everyone else was stood around the three-point line. Now, yeah, you're giving him space, and it's a one-on-one situation, but you still want someone somewhere just to flash, just to keep the weak side busy,
yeah,
and make some movement. For me, it's a little bit static.
So Henry Wilkins hits the second of those. So Wilkins cut this down to a 5-point game with this shot. He manages it. So
good spell. Good spell from Wolves.
It'll settle the team down. It's been frantic from Wolves from the opening. Flyers very much in control, as we said. It's that style of play. It's fluid. It's athletic. Lockett now drives inside. Cuts the lane. Beautiful. Heart to the basket. 7 points. Mika Elan now for Worcester. Boutneck, Dozy, losing the hand of the ball, goes out to Josh McSwiggan for 3. Buries it from deep. Josh McSwiggan, 4-point game now.
Yeah, Boutneck got away with one there.
Yeah, a little bit.
You try to put it through the legs of the player on the pick and roll.
Lockett, there's the elbow, pulls up, finger to the ball. Elan is on it. And he goes as far as Daniel Adozi. Okafor at the top. Oh my goodness me! Miles downtown for that 3. Absolute dead-eye shot from the car park. 3:33 to play now in the first quarter. This time it's Boutneck who drives inside. Goes to sell it. Referee says no. So Bristol have it on the end line. 7 points the deficit. Worcester waving forward in fits and starts. Daniel Adozi gets us back underway. So Okafor now for Bristol. Lockett, double team, find the open man in the corner. Davis can't connect again. Ball is loose. Bristol have it. Scrappy passage of play again from Wolves. Adozi. This time Lockett once again drives inside. He is going to shoot 2, and Wilkins has he's been clattered in that contact. So Wilkins, I think he took an elbow, possibly. 3:02 to play in the first quarter, and subs coming. Akiki is going to check in for Wolves, and he's going to come in for Mika Elan. And Akiki, we've seen him make an impact so far, the young man this season.
Mm-hmm.
So Lockett on the line for Bristol. Drains the first of those 2. 8 points the lead now. So 9-point game if this goes in. Eric Lockett cannot connect with the second. Ball is loose once again. Bristol have it. So Okafor at the top. Dancing around the perimeter. Great feed inside to Daniel Adozi. No mistakes for the big man. Lead back out to 10 for Bristol. Josh McSwiggan goes to Brian Manning. Brian Manning just keeping the ball out of the way. Kiki just couldn't hang on to it. Too much on the pass. Copeland for Bristol now. So inside the last 2.5 minutes of the quarter. Lockett once again tipped out of bounds by Martin Boutneck, so that's going to be the Bristol ball. 10 seconds on the shot clock off the inbounds pass. So Matt Newby certainly making himself heard on the sideline. Subs now. Daniel Adozi takes a breather. Copeland. So Marcus Delpeche and Rogers. Marcus Delpeche immediately goes to work. The man from Wilmington, Delaware. in the US. Chris, why has Wilmington, Delaware been in the news lately? This is your starter for 10.
Not a clue.
I must hurry you for an answer.
Well, Biden, by any chance?
I'll give you until the end of the quarter, see if you can figure it out.
Okay.
So, Wilmington, Delaware. Just hold that thought, folks. Marcus Delpesh.
I know that Swigan picked up his second foul.
Wipes its feet, and well, it's playing out the way you said, Chris, I think. So 11 is the lead. Delpesh on the line. The second. And, so McSwiggan and Boutnick check out. And, Nathan Ramsdale-Owen and Henry Wilkins back in for Worcester. 12 is the lead now for the Bristol Flyers. Wilkins over the timeline. Ramsdale-Owen. Big man, Jordan Williams. Wilkins this time drives inside. Count them, and the bonus for Henry Wilkins. 1:53 to play.
Better from Wolves. Got a lot of movement, a lot of motion going in a whole way through that set. Everyone was moving. The ball was, you know, it needs to be that way to see whether Bristol can cope with lots of players, lots of screens, and lots of movement. At the moment, for me, Wolves have been a little on their offense, a little bit static and a little bit predictable.
Well, back down into single digits now. So, looking for Davis with a little hook shot just out of bounds. And, Marcus Delpesh just couldn't hang on to it. With his ball. So, Kiki for Wolves, Wilkins. Lost the ball again, Worcester. And good work from Henry Wilkins.
Yeah, that's his second, I think, as well.
Second foul. Well, it was all ball, but the referee spied the contact, so Delpesh on the line once again. 9 points the difference. Wilkins checks out again. Boutnick, the captain, sponsored by Bar 23 in Worcester. Delpesh short on that first one. So once again, man from Wilmington, Delaware on the line. Chris, any ideas? No? Vacant. Akiki. Over the timeline, gets a Boutnick. More movement, as you say, from Worcester this time. Boutnick now. Just going to hang on to the rock now. Jordan Williams going to work. Williams kicks it out to Ramsdale-Owen, back inside. Spins, he can't find a way this time. Ramsdale-Owen puts up the long range two right at the end of the shot clock. No good. Inside the last minute of the quarter, 48 seconds to play. Warwick 4 for Bristol. Bristol with a 10-point lead in this game. Davis, he goes hard inside, no good. Lockett with the spin. Delpesh can't hold on to it. Boutnick knocked away again. Matthew Bryan and Manning says no. It goes into the hands of Jordan Williams. Worcester live to fight another day. Boutnick, Ramsdale-Owen. NBA once again, deep three from him, this time doesn't go. Flyers regroup on offense. Lockett pulls up, long range two, no good. Boutnick has it, puts up the big heave-ho right at the end of the quarter, and the Bristol Flyers lead here at the end of the first quarter. 25 points to 15, and well, not a great scoreline for Wolves going in, but Coach Kapoulis is going to be absolutely delighted with that performance.
Yeah, 25 points, 15 conceded, 10 point lead. That from Wolves' point of view, from a Bristol point of view, Bristol went there early, and Wolves have sort of clung on and got close and stuff like that. So it's been controlled from a Wolves point of view. They haven't hemorrhaged anymore. But from a Bristol point of view, is that they've been able to maintain that double-digit lead. So it's interesting. I think Wolves need to stop just putting the ball into the post and just keep on going. Yeah, they got two great players, as in Manning and Williams, in the post, and who do well doing that. But for me, it's just a little bit predictable that they keep on going back to that set, and the players just sort of, the other guys are sort of waiting for them to do what they can do. But if you keep on doing it, the defense will work out how to run it. The ones that I really did like was when they played a little bit of a almost like a weave at the top of the key, with lots of movement and lots of ball movement and quick ball movement, and then drove to the hoop and got an and one. Well, you know, go back to it a couple of times, and then go back to your post play and getting your post to post up and back the players down. But don't just keep on going back to it all the time. Defensively, again, move the feet, and then that will block the Bristol players going to it. What I do like about the Bristol players is that every loose ball they're coming up with at the moment, or getting a hand to it, or anything, just getting a part of their body to the ball.
Well, just Jordan Williams just gestured over to us. His thumb is he's suffering with it tonight. But I think it's a question of playing as much as he can, I suppose, tonight, from Matt Newby's point of view. Kiki now at the top. Kiki. Mika Elan goes into NBA now. He's going to go to work. Marcus Delpeche. And Delpeche whistled for a foul. So that'll be Delpeche's first foul. So Mark Boutneck's on the end line for Worcester. 14 on the shot clock on this inbounds ball. NBA saying, I'm here. Let's try that again. Once again to work on Marcus Delpeche. Muscles his way inside. And technical foul on Matthew Bryan Manning. So, well, I think that was a harsh call, but hey.
The thing is that they did, as a team, as a refereeing team, give him the warning.
They did indeed, yeah, that is true. Well, Oracle can't make the throw. Technical foul. They retain possession of the basketball. Davis now on the inbounds of Kiki. Trying to wrap himself around Oracle. Davis back inside to Marcus Delpeche. Just nerfed. He just nerfed Matthew Bryan Manning. And that's his second foul of the game. So 2 on the board so far for Worcester, with under a minute played in the second quarter. Davis at the top. Copeland. Tough shot right at the end of the shot clock. Out of bounds ball, but Bristol will have it. 14 on the shot clock. Subs now for Bristol. So Oracle back to the bench. And Lockett rejoins the proceedings with 8:48 to play in the second quarter. Still a 10-point game. The Flyers. Lockett dances his way inside. Now Williams Jordan Williams. NBA once again going to work on Marcus Delpeche. He muscles his way to the hole. Great rebound, but it just slips away into the hands of Elan. Mika Elan once again. Gives it to Brian Manning. 7 on the shot clock. Offensive foul is called. So that is 3. So 3 fouls. Very unhappy looking Matt Newby, although everybody masked up here. But yeah, his body language said everything. So Sam Broughton checks in for Worcester. So he's a guy who we know, and he can make a nuisance of himself in the post.
Yeah, very, very soft foul for me. But smart from Bristol, knowing that he's on 2 fouls.
So Davis from the elbow. Looks up to be 2. Doesn't go. Still a 10-point game. 7:44 to play. I don't think there's been any score for 3 minutes.
No.
So Worcester with 3 fouls on their side of the scoreboard.
Strange, all the battling going on in the post, and then they suddenly call that one.
Mika Elan, mid-range 2, doesn't go. Both teams struggling to score. 7:33 Flyers with that 10-point advantage. So Delpeche, beautiful finish over the top of Sam Broughton. Mark Boutnecht on lob inside to Jordan Williams, too much on it, can't hold on to it. Boutnecht, I think knew he'd overcook that pass. Orafor, beautiful dish. Textbook stuff from the Bristol Flyers. 6:48 remain in the quarter. Martin Boutnecht, that's going to be a foul on Marcus Delpeche, and that's going to be his 2nd foul of the game. Bristol's 3rd of the quarter. So Marcus Delpeche checks out. And Mika Elan now for Worcester. Jordan Williams. He lobs into Williams. Williams, yeah, he backs down. Out of bounds. And a reset on the shot clock.
Yeah, it's a smart play in a lot of ways to throw it against the leg, and the leg being up means that you get the extra 14 seconds because the clock was running right down then.
Sam Broughton. Boutnecht goes inside to Broughton. This time Broughton going to work with Danny Ladoze. He travels with it. So it's turnover. Orafor slips. Manages to keep hold of the basketball. Block it, Orafor. Ladoze drops in off the pick and roll beautifully. And he finds those 2 points. Beautifully timed move by Daniel Ladoze. 16 is the lead now. Wolves scoreless for the best part of 5 minutes. Jordan Williams now with the baby hook over the top. Finds the finish. He's injured the thumb on that left hand. A considerable amount of pain. Hanging on. Dozy, Davis. Great work, Sam Broughton. Picks it off the ironwork. Gets it to the captain, Martin Balknecht. Kiki Williams now is going to back down. Goes to work over the top of Davis. Can't finish this time. You just sense he's guarding that injury with every movement.
Yeah.
Martin Balknecht picks his pocket. Dumps it off to Akiki, and Akiki just drops it in for two. And after something of a scoring drought for the Wolves, slowly but surely they start to tick their side of the scoreboard once again. Here come Bristol. Copeland. And foul called on Akiki. So Taylor Akiki picks up his first foul of the game. Josh McSwiggan is going to check in for Worcester. Elan returns to the bench. Lockett backing down. Oh, good pass out to Adozie. This time Thomas Edwards with the hook. Broughton, great board from Sam Broughton. So that came off Lockett's foot, and well, didn't make anything with it. So Wolves have it. 3:56 to play in the second quarter. Chris.
Strange. I don't understand. He's put his foot out. The ball's gone against his foot, and the referees are going no. I'm baffled. Is it? I think Wolves are holding on.
Yeah, I think it's a reasonable assessment.
Yeah.
Josh McSwiggan.
But I don't think, at the same point, I don't think Bristol are capitalising or able to capitalise. So you know, two positive attributes, two for Worcester.
Great ball movement from Bristol. They couldn't finish, but they really did slice through the Wolves' defence, and it just shows you where the gaps are. In transition, they are dangerous, no question about it. Kiki, side to Jordan Williams. Williams this time finds the 2 points off the glass, back to a 10-point game.
Great job.
Yeah, and I think you're right. You know, Worcester hanging on in there, really.
They are
in short spurts. They're finding a way back into the game.
Exactly, and the thing is that we talked about the game beforehand, and the first thing he says is undermanned Worcester Wolves with injury problems and with Jordan Williams. But at the end of the day, is that they're 10 points down to a full-strength team, Bristol. So you've got to take the positives out of that and say, well, fair play to these guys. They're stepping up. They're battening down the hatches, if you like. Bristol aren't making them look like mugs. The couple of guys who got foul trouble. Manning's had to sit down. He's going to have to sit down for probably the rest of the quarter. Well, this quarter definitely,
yeah.
and
much of the third probably.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I've said it several times throughout this part of the season, the cup season, is that these guys are taking, have got the opportunity to be taken, and a lot of them are doing it, and. You know, you look at them and you don't say, "Oh, they're out their depth. They're not. They shouldn't be on the court. They shouldn't be getting the time they're getting." Those guys are going out there and they're performing. They're not necessarily going to be the superstars of the team, but all of them are performing and doing a good job.
Yeah.
At times, and that's the difference. It's on shorter spurts rather than throughout the 40 minutes of the game that you'd want them to be.
Well, 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Separate the teams from the locker room at half time, and back to a a 10-point game, Worcester, I guess, will be thinking single digits going in. So Thomas Edwards again.
Yeah, no help there.
It goes inside to Sam Broughton. Broughton now has to work. Daniel Adozi can't find the two off the window. He's a big body in that position. Four puts up the triple once again, drains it from downtown with 2:15 to go. 15 the lead now for the Bristol Flyers. Akiki. Tolo Akiki. Boutmet. There goes Jordan Williams. Williams, I think a referee just about to signal the travel there, wasn't he?
Well, the referee underneath the basket couldn't see through the body, so but all he saw was the player go up and the player come down again with the basketball. The guy at the top saw the arm reaching in and across.
So 4 fouls apiece now on the board. So, as we say, inhale the defense if you can, because it's going to send you to the line. Jordan Williams on the line. Williams, left-hander, and that's where he picked up the injury. Makes a second of those two. So, Worcester 22 plays 36 for the Bristol Flyers. Oracle now. Copeland drives hard. Kicks it out to Panos Mayandombe. Too much on that. Mika Elan has it. Elan to McSwiggan. To Akiki in the corner. Good ball movement for Wolves. He's airballed the triple though. Copeland switches on the afterburners in transition. Akiki has it. Worcester play their get out of jail free card. Martin Boutnecht. Cross court to McSwiggan. This time it's Elan who drives the baseline, spins, dumps it off. They kick it out once again to Akiki. Hits the triple. Tolo Akiki. When he was needed, he stepped up. He said he's a man who can make an impact. Supreme fitness. And he is all over the court tonight, for sure. Davis now for Bristol. Goes inside. Davis just muscles his way hard to the hole for the 2 points. 37 seconds to play. Akiki for Worcester. Once again, Akiki at the top. McSwiggan, Elan. Mr. Williams. Martin Boutnecht. Oh, nice move from Martin Boutnecht. Puts up the triple. That was a big score. You said there, you know, Chris, you were saying when Worcester moved the ball quick.
Two things with that. Those are Martin Boutnecht's first points, which is worrying, but nice basket, well done. The other thing is that Akiki, ball in the corner, takes a 3-point shot, airballs it. Next play comes down, the play runs out and he's in the opposite corner. He's given the ball, it's the right shot to take, and he doesn't flinch from taking it. Yeah. That, for me, is the sign of someone who believes he should be here, and he's, as I said, taking that opportunity.
Yeah.
Great job there for Wolves. Again, Bristol go hard, 16 points, lead. Wolves bring it back with 2 good shots. And for me, is that exactly what you said, is that if they can get it down to that single digit, even if it's 10, or single digit, or 12 points, is that Wolves are still in this game and still working hard. And you can see almost like at times is that the belief is growing more and more that Wolves will, the players believe in each other, believe in this team. My only concern is that will they run out of bodies on the court, yeah, in positions, not necessarily bodies, but just the right roles. The right roles, yeah, exactly.
For sure. Well, 21.4 seconds, and it's off to the locker room, and it's back to a 10-point game. As Chris just said, it is just a question of stringing that run together. Worcester, I think, biggest run of the game so far has been 6. It's exactly as you say, biggest scoring run so far for the Bristol Flyers has been 8, and the Flyers certainly edging all the stats in this game for sure. A little head fake from Copeland puts up that mid-range 2, no basket. Time expires, and we are at the end of the second quarter, so half-time here in Worcester. Bristol Flyers 38, Worcester Wolves 28. Chris, you'll wrap up on that first half.
Well, as I said, 10 points result for Wolves in a lot of ways. There's hardly anything in it. I mean, Wolves 11 bench points, which is great. 9 from Bristol. Points in the paint for Bristol 20, Wolves 10. So that's where it's being won and lost. I think Bristol realistically are going to the basket a whole lot more. The thing for me more than anything is that Elan hasn't scored in the starting 5. You got Bounty on 3, McSwiggan on 3, Williams on 6, and Manning on 5 points. You know, you got to look at your starters and say, guys, you got to give us more offensively. You know, and that for me, you know, you got a joint top scorer, Wilkins with 6, but that's just I think 2 3-pointers or a 3-pointer and 3 free throws. So Wolves, you got to step up and lead. And from Bristol point of view, I'm looking at it and thinking to myself, well, from Bristol's point of view, is that they must be looking at it going, well, why do we keep on going away and letting them back? Why do we and letting them back into the game? Yeah. Are we letting them back into the game, or from a Wolves point of view, we keep on getting ourselves back into 10 points? But we can't. We got to take it to the next level to break that 10 and get it to 5 and get it to 1 shot and get ahead and keep on going. For me, the starting 5 have got to show some leadership now and show the reason why they're starting 5. Be leaders on the court, not just from a scoring point of view. Be smart with your fouls, be smart with your rebounding, look after the basketball, and if they do all that sort of stuff, they'll be fine.
And to that point, NBA on 3 is a bit of a headache for Matt Newby tonight.
Well, exactly. He's on 3 fouls. He's actually committed 2, and he got the technical after being warned. So I can see his frustration. I can understand his frustration because I can see what's going on. But you've got to just suck it up and know that you've got to give the team the responsibility of what you're calling to make sure that you're not letting them down.
Yeah, and on the Bristol side of things, I mean, it's kind of more of the same. It sounds like stating the obvious, but Bristol doing a great job, you know, at either end of the floor tonight. They're working really well in transition, some really good ball movement from Bristol, and they've cut, you know, really sliced open the Worcester defence repeatedly tonight.
Yeah, but the thing is, again, it's almost like, well, why aren't they? And don't take this wrong. Why are they only on 38? Great defensive job, 28. Keeping Wolves down to below 30 is a great effort. But is it almost like they're putting so much effort into defending that they're not concentrating and not able to score freely? We look at all the games that we've played so far this season. They have been lower scoring games, but it's almost like they have the ability to score more and more points. They just aren't able to do it because are they concentrating on something else? Is something else more important to them? I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know whether it's their system isn't right or that sort of stuff. Not in the group, so I don't know what their mindset is. But great job defensively from Flyers to keep Wolves down to 28.
Well, 10 minutes to go, and obviously nothing would be anything without the sponsors here. Of course, the University of Worcester, as we sit week in, week out in this magnificent facility up here just by the River Severn. Universal Display, Aston's Coaches, Spirit Executive, Something Party, in Worcester, the Worcester Hit Clinic, who I think you are a regular customer of, Chris. You're walking around quite gingerly tonight, which is good. DC Base Limited and Broom Hill Care, and of course Martin Boutneck last week announced his sponsorship by Bar 23 here in Worcester. And if you want to follow everything and all the developments for the Worcester Wolves, just stay across all of these social media networks: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course the Worcester Wolves YouTube channel. Just click on the notifications and the subscribe button. Make sure you don't miss a game, interview, highlight, or any of the features this season. All the BBL home games at Worcester will be streamed for free this season on the channel. And of course, for all of you Worcester fans out there, I doubt anyone from Bristol will be filling their stockings with Worcester Wolves merchandise, but excellent merchandise available for the Bristol Flyers as well, of course. But don't forget, everything at the official Worcester Wolves store. Just go straight through to the website. There's lots of products for Christmas. Kappa Team wear, Christmas baubles, t-shirts, you name it, they sell it. And it's at www.worsterwolves.org. So lots to play for now in this second half. One thing also to point out, for those of you who haven't disappeared off for a cup of tea, and if you have, I don't blame you, of course, the announcement this week that sports will be able to host spectators indoors. No more detail on that, but if you just go to the BBL.org, so keep your eyes on the BBL website. If there is any announcement to be made, no doubt they'll make it. There are certainly individual teams who are making their arrangements, but hats off to everybody here at Worcester. Fantastically COVID secure. It's a shame there are no fans here tonight, but obviously we'll do our best to bring you the atmosphere from the game. We're going to take a short break. We're back in about 7 minutes' time with the second half. Whatever you do, don't go away. Welcome back to the Worcester Arena. 1 minute to go till we get underway in the third quarter. Worcester Wolves really battling their way through that first half. Short-handed, gargantuan effort really across the bench. A bit of foul trouble going on. They've really had it all thrown at them, and despite that, only 10 points behind going in at half-time. Bristol imperious in parts in that first quarter, moving the ball with great confidence and great alacrity and carving up the Worcester defence at certain points during those first two quarters. Chris, what do you think is going to happen as we come into this third quarter now? Because it's one of those games where you get the sense sometimes they could be won or lost in this third quarter.
Well, that's it exactly. It is. It can be won and lost, and it's these, I'd say, 3 to 4 minutes. Well, maybe 5 minutes is going to be the difference between winning and losing. Realistically, Wolves, if they can get, as long as they don't leak early, then they are, and keep the points, that's fine. I think what needs to happen from a Wolves point of view is the obvious things, is stops and scores consistently, and if they can get 5 minutes, half the score, then that's great. If they can get to the end of the quarter at the same with 10 points, they're still in the game. So it's a case of sticking in there, battling through it, and making sure that they don't flounder in these first few minutes.
Well, Daniel Adozi immediately picks up a foul at the start of the third quarter. It's only the second foul for him. So nothing too much to trouble Coach Caputis as yet. Mika Reland steps out of bounds with the ball. So Worcester needing to string some stops together to get themselves well and truly back into this game, and a few buckets at the other end. Mastermind specialist subjects stating the obvious. Not that they'd invite me on. There's no chance of going to the jungle really, but anyway. Okorofor at the top now, dances around the perimeter. Thomas Edwards for three, that looked off from here. Shot the ball right in front of us. Mika Reland picks up the rebound off the ironwork. Mika Reland goes to NBA. Surprised to see NBA feature, Chris, at the start of this third quarter.
Well, it's a risk that the coach has got to take, but at the same point, it's a risk that. Nice shot.
Great shot from Mika Reland for three.
He must have heard me at half time. Yeah, it's a case of the player and the coach talk to each other, and Manning sort of saying, look, if you're happy for me not to play crazy tough defense and trust me not to do anything stupid, then put me out there. And in a lot of ways, Matt Newby has got nothing to lose with that. He's got to keep his players in the game, and also it's the consistency as well. Is that the starting five or the starting five, and they need to step up out on the court. If you start changing it, you're letting the opposition win it.
It was a great pass to Brian O'Man and good defence from the Flyers. Boutneck picks that up off the ironmongery once again. 14 reset on the clock. Mika Elan kicks it out to Boutneck, jacks up the triple, not Boutneck drains it. Worcester finding a rhythm at the start of this third quarter. So it's a 4-point game with 8-12. The NBA says no. 12 on the shot clock. Okorofor dancing around the end line, knocked away, out of bounds. It's going to be a Bristol ball. 5 on the clock, on the shot clock, off this inbounds ball.
No fouls.
Yeah, Wolves need to maintain their discipline. Thomas Edwards off the window. That 6-point game, perhaps a more comfortable place to be for Wolves at this point in the game. Boutneck. Jordan Williams, NBA. Just about Boutneck. Now Williams going to work, and Worcester has gone. So that is going to be Thomas Edwards' third foul of the game.
And this is going to be the the crunch thing. You said it in pre-game how Bristol have got a deep bench. How deep is it? How deep is Wolves bench? So if both teams start getting fouls, it's going to be the benches.
Williams drives inside. He is going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Much better.
Good opening from Worcester. 6-point game. Just a question of maintaining that pressure, and I think you're right what you said. It's stepping up and leading in that role rather than as an individual.
Yeah.
Put my teeth back in. But Jordan Williams doesn't connect with either of those two, so it stays at a 6-point game. Okafor now for Bristol. Davis Lockett, nice dish inside to Davis. Travels with it. Better job on defence from Worcester so far in the quarter. Coach Matt Newby, no doubt, organising the ship in the locker room at half-time. Cross court to Williams. Williams fakes the 3, pulls up at the elbow.
I was just going to make an excuse for him when he missed his free throws, but he's just taken a shot there and made it up. So that's over with now. He's got no excuse.
Excellent. Okafor, Davis, Daniel Adozie now. Copeland jacks up the triple. Copeland makes the triple. Once again, just gives a little bit of momentum to the Bristol Flyers. 6:27 to play, third quarter of this BBL Cup game. And we were talking about the maths that they had to win with a big number tonight. Bristol, if they do take the win here tonight, so Bristol need to win by 6 to progress to the next round, because obviously it would be honours even in terms of win-loss in the table. Boutneck just strips it away. That won't be lost on the players. And 43 to 38. So keep that in your mind, dear viewer, because there's going to be a significant factor down the stretch, depending how tight this game actually becomes down the stretch. But Bristol certainly so far have had their noses in front for the entire game. Worcester not managing to find the lead so far in this game. Jordan Williams fakes the 3 again. Boutneck just inhaled the defense, went to Mika Elan. Elan drives inside, high off the window. Can't get it to go. Copeland jacks up the triple once again. And Worcester have it. Copeland is one of those players that looks like he's going to score every time he gets the basketball in his hands.
Yeah.
5:38 now on the game clock. Swigan, there's no way he's going to go over the top. He goes inside to Jordan Williams now. Jordan Williams backing down on Daniel Adozie. Muscles his way hard to the bucket. Boutneck with the tip, can't get it to go. Okafor calling the play. Daniel Adozie now. This time he goes to Marcus Delpeche. He puts up the shot from the free throw line. Doesn't go. 4:58 to play. It comes back with Wolves now. Here comes Mika Elan. NBA to McSwigan. Williams. He's got options either side. He goes to Elan, who sinks that long range 2. 3-point ball game here in Worcester with 4:43 to play. Worcester just, you said, Chris, first 5 minutes, and it was either bury them or you're playing this game to the end, it feels like.
Well, that's it. That's it. Great work. Elan obviously heard me. The thing that is interesting is that Lockett averaging 18 points. and he's there on 6. So is he sort of keeping his powder dry and getting himself ready for a big second half? Yeah, 18.3 per game average points, and he's sat there on 6. So from a Wolves point of view, whoever's marking him, tick box at the moment. But I think Elan has had him at times, so therefore has he been focusing on that sort of stuff. So yeah, great first 4 minutes or 3 minutes or so. So keep it up.
Well, Teddy Orificore and Zach Copeland both on 10 leading scorers for the Bristol Flyers, and Jordan Williams on 10 so far tonight for Worcester. Only player for Worcester so far in double figures. The biggest scoring run is 9 now for Worcester, which has eclipsed the 8 that Bristol haven't been able to improve on so far in the game. And Akiki has checked back in for Martin Boutnecht. So Akiki to bring some of that energy back to the court. That's a good sub, actually, I think, from Coach Newby. Lockett pulls up for the 2. Dozy makes sure those points aren't going anywhere. 5-point game. Elan. So NBA just fake the handoff to McSwiggan. He's going to work, kicks it out to Jordan Williams. Outside, inside, beautiful spin from NBA, but he can't finish. Unsided from the basket, nerfed in the shot. Referee says no. Okafor now. The Dozy. It's a screen. Lockett now drives inside. Marcus Delpeche throws it down. And 7 points to lead the man from Wilmington, Delaware. The quiz question, Chris, you never got it, did you? You
no.
never got there. And unfortunately, we haven't got any chat lines on the stream. So it is, of course, the home of the new, President-elect of the United States. Much in the news this week.
I did say Joe Biden.
Did you say Joe Biden?
Yeah.
My hearing's gone. Who are you anyway? Williams muscles his way into a Dozy, loses the ball. Akiki's going to be whistled for that one.
Smart foul.
Yeah, good foul, definitely. A smart foul from Turlo Akiki. Second foul of the game for him.
Well, whatever the coach at Bristol said in the time out, it worked.
Yeah. Well, 7-point game, but Bristol with 4 fouls now on the board. Marcus Delpeche. Back inside of Marcus Delpeche. Travels, just lost his pivot foot as he spun round. And with 3:19 to go, it's a 7-point ball game. So NBA takes a seat. NBA carrying 3 fouls. Sam Broughton steps in to the game.
Yeah, and Matt Newby's now working his bench and just rotating players in and out just to give them the rest and make sure that they're fresh for the onslaught of the fourth quarter. It's almost like, right, we're still in this. We've got it. Let's get through. Let's get through to the quarter and make sure that we've got a big fourth quarter.
Oh my goodness me! What a beautifully worked move, Okafor.
But
puts it up for Delpeche.
There's still 3 minutes to go, so you've got to be careful.
So 9 it is. The difference on the scoreboard, 49-40. Yeah, Jordan Williams, again, he's going to work on Daniel Dozy. Dozy is just a man mountain. And a travel out of bounds. Coach Kapoulis looking for the travel.
So you've got 1 second on the clock.
So with 1 second, pass and shoot. Jordan Williams, long range 2. Didn't get it off in time in any event. So with 2:27 to play, it's a 9-point game. Bristol Flyers have it on the end line. And Worcester Wolves just take a breather.
Yeah, it's just, guys, come on. I had confidence. We got it where we wanted it. Don't because I've rotated the bench and put some players in. Don't let it go now. Get back on defence. You know, Flyers came down the court there and just threw it at the basket, and one player wanted it more than anyone else, and threw it down and got airborne.
Hey presto!
So, yeah, exactly. So it's guys, come on. You've had a near shot violation on the last offence, so it's just a case of a quick reset. Let's not let these now 2.5 minutes let us down for the hard work that we're putting into the first 7 minutes of the quarter. So and from Bristol, it's got, guys, come on guys, let's really put our foot down and go into the quarter on a high. And the same with Wolves. Let's halve it. Let's get down back down to 5 points. Let's make sure we're in single digits, so we can go into the fourth quarter knowing that we're thereabouts.
Well, they've got to keep that 6-point deficit in mind. If Wolves lose tonight, it's got to be by less than 6. Copeland just loses the handle on the ball. Okafor. Copeland, no, gets it up just at the end of the shot clock. Boutniks has it, goes down to NBA, long pass, out of bounds, just too much on it. Couldn't hold on to it, and Lockett unhappy with the fact that that pass went away at all. Okafor, Davis hands off to Lockett. Okafor thrown it away. So here comes Martin Boutniks again, the Wolves captain. NBA. Boutniks just tripped himself up really, and unsportsmanlike foul is called on Josh McSwiggan. So that is going to be his 3rd of the game.
I thought Wolves, if you can see a replay, I'm sure
we can, indeed.
I'm sure there was a player behind.
And,
no, perhaps not.
No, there wasn't. No, we've just seen that.
Good call.
So, no, referee definitely got that one right.
And Manning was doing his best to get back, but not.
Yeah.
He was behind the play.
Davis on the line, and sinks the first of those two. So 10-point ball game. Back to a double-digit lead. 16 has been the biggest lead of the game so far for Bristol, and unsportsmanlike foul. So Bristol will retain possession of the basketball. With a 14-shot clock, Henry Wilkins checks back in for Wolves. Lockett, this time Del Pesh off the pick and roll, they kick it out. So Rogers no good, picks up his own rebound. Okafor once again now for Bristol. Opts to go for the triple this time, too much on it, back iron. Another 14 reset, and this time Davis finds the points for the Bristol Flyers. Martin Boutniks. Offensive foul is called. So that's Sam Broughton's first foul of the game. .43 seconds now remaining in the quarter. Bristol back out to a 13-point lead. Lockett drives inside. It was a beautiful finish. Triple teamed on the way up. And the game clock was running there. Yes, so 8 seconds. Boutnock is going to have to go now. Dishes to Broughton. Broughton can't finish. Delpeche puts it up right at the end of the quarter on the buzzer. Bristol Flyers stretch their lead once again, 55-40. It's a 15-point game going into the fourth quarter. Chris, wrap up that quarter for us.
Good start for Wolves. Good 7 minutes realistically, and then it sort of drifted away. And Bristol sort of put their foot down at the end and really sort of put their foot on their throat and sort of said, right, we're going to take this. And did a great job. You know, was it 10-point run? Biggest scoring run? 12-point. That's the difference. That's the difference. That's where they had it. So from that point of view, it's another reset, and you can see Matt Newby sort of pointing at the scoreboard now, just going, guys, look, 2 minutes ago that was, what's 4 points?
4 points, yeah.
You know, we've let ourselves
perhaps
down.
not 2 minutes ago, but yes,
yeah,
then 4 points, yeah.
4 points. So guys, we're capable. You know that you can do it. It's just going to take another effort and another 7 minutes, and you just got to get yourself to 5 points.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the deficit.
Yeah, get yourself to 5 points. We're into the next round. That's your target.
Well,
you haven't got to win the game. You just got to get yourself within 5 points. That's it. Job done.
Well, in reality, Worcester need to find 10 and hold it. But 10 minutes to go. Fourth and final quarter underway here at the University of Worcester Arena. And that's the Bristol Flyers. Of course, let's not forget, Davis puts up the triple. Nails it. 18 is the lead now for Bristol. That's their biggest lead of the game. And of course, this was last year's BBL Cup final. Of course, Bristol Flyers, Worcester Wolves. Nice work from Wilkins. Just patient. Williams doesn't drop. And so. Yeah, and then the inbounds pass goes to NBA. NBA backing down. Delpeche out to Elan in the corner for the triple. Elan nails it. That's an important score.
Yeah.
Steady a few nerves. Here comes Lockett for the Bristol Flyers. Lockett pulled up for the three, went inside to Marcus Delpeche. Delpeche really made a bit of a dog's breakfast of the shot. Martin Boutnecht dancing his way through the defence, kicks it out to Wilkins. Wilkins again, they find Elan in the corner. Kick ball, says the referee. And 14 reset on the shot clock. And the sideline ball, Worcester Wolves, and they're trying to work Elan back into that corner.
Yeah, look, he hit the shot, so therefore you want to go straight back to him, but don't force it.
Martin Boutnecht puts up the triple. He finds the 3 points. Worcester just chipping away, looking to get hot from downtown. Davis, Rogers goes to Copeland. Copeland. Rogers, oh, it was beautiful ball movement. Blocked off the window. Goaltend, says the referee. And NBA bites his tongue. He does. He's on 3, and he doesn't want to pick up another one with 8:22 to play. Worcester Wolves just chipping away. Wilkins. Elan, he goes into Boutneck, another triple from Boutneck, this time no good. Good board from Jordan Williams. We go back to Boutneck. Now again, back inside Jordan Williams. Fakes it. Drives along the baseline, fouled. And end line ball is the call. 14 points the lead for Bristol. Elan just spins to create the space. Pesh plucks it off the ironwork. Panos Mayendombe now checked into the game for Bristol. Mayendombe picked off again by Martin Boutneck, and an unsportsmanlike foul is the call this time. NBA knew where he was. So we go to the line and the possession. So Martin Boutneck uncontested on the line for the unsportsmanlike foul. That's money right there. 7:39 remain in the game. Martin Boutneck just doing his best now to chip away at that score. Makes the second. Worcester Wolves retain possession of the basketball with a 14 reset on the shot clock. 2 team fouls on the board, and Liam Davis with that foul picked up his 4th foul of the game. It's been stripped away once again. Out of bounds. So Flyers ball from the end line, Copeland. So plenty of time here for Bristol, 20 on the inbounds pass. Go to Marcus Del Pesh. Now Lockett kicks it out to Davis for 3, this time no good. The NBA has it, back to Boutneck. So Worcester resetting offense once again. Kick it out to Wilkins. Wilkins goes right, goes left. Nice dish to NBA. NBA sinks the points. Worcester back to a 10-point game. It's deja vu for Wolves, just chipping back that deficit. And Matt Newby absolutely, well, he's keeping it in, but really unhappy with that call. But Mika Elan, first foul of the game for him, first foul of the quarter for Worcester. 6:55 still to play, long way to go in this game. And Okafor on the inbounds ball goes to Marcus Del Pesh. Okafor, Copeland, stop and go, fakes. Stop and pop 2, doesn't go, Wolves have it. Here comes Mika Elan for Worcester. Wilkins. Nine on the shot clock. NBA saying, give me the ball. He's backing down again, going to work. Manages to keep control of the basketball. Wilkins steps back, puts up the triple. Henry Wilkins in and out. Just won't drop for him. Got himself in a great position, Henry Wilkins, but here come Bristol again. Copeland, no mistakes, 12-point game, 6:04 to play. So we're getting to the business end now of this game. Martin Boutneck dishes inside to Jordan Williams for the throwdown. Great work this time from Worcester. It's back to 10. Worcester got to string some stops together. Okafor kicks it out to Lockett. Lockett dances inside. Floater over the top. No good. Doesn't go. Elan picks it up. Here come Wolves in transition. Mika Elan gets us over the timeline. Jordan Williams just hanging it up now. Williams. Martin Boutneck. NBA just with an eye on the clock. He puts up the shot. 3 on the shot clock now. Oh my word, what a finish from Matthew. Brian Manning takes it down back to a single-digit deficit of 8 points for Worcester. What a finish.
Well,
circus shot.
You get checked, and the big man picks it up and then just elevate. Well, he doesn't elevate, does he? Just uses the length of his limbs just to get it from underneath the basket and just get it in there somehow, and that's all you want at that stage.
Wow. Well, 8-point game, 5:13 to play, and
Wolves have got. Look, Wolves have got this in them to realistically not even just get to the 6 points or the 5 points or whatever it is that for them to go through to the next stage, but to win this, they have got it. And Bristol, I can see from 2 points. Wolves' coaching staff and timeout is quite calm and okay, where Bristol's is more hurried and animated, and they're the ones who are annoyed with themselves at the moment. Where Wolves are saying, look, it's starting almost like some little belief in it. You know, the guards are shooting threes more often rather than relying in the big man in the post. So from that point of view, I think it's game on.
Well, it's an 8-point game, single digits. Okafor, Thomas Edwards, Henry Wilkins. Picks up his 3rd foul of the game. So Okafor into a Dozy. Oh, Dozy left wide open.
Yeah, he's not going to shoot.
Thomas Edwards. Kick it back out to Thomas Edwards now. Thomas Edwards with the triple. In, out. No good.
That hurts.
Bristol have it. And there you go. Copeland.
That really hurts. That does.
Punishes the lack of that defensive board. The Wolves come once again. 11 points is the deficit. They go to Martin Boutneck. Elan didn't really position the pass to go back to Mika Elan. Inside to NBA. NBA now this time drives inside. Throws a foul. Doesn't go. Good pass down to Lockett. Lockett dances inside. They kick it out to Copeland. No good. Thomas Edwards. Copeland picks it up. It goes up high off the glass. Bristol scooping up all of the opportunities right now. They are mopping the points up in spells. 3:59. Boutneck goes inside, lays it in off the window. 11 points. Bristol got to win this by 6 if they're to progress to the next round. So Lockett now. Copeland. Stop and go, switches on, stripped away. NBA has it. He's got Martin Boutneck off to his right, opts to go all the way. He should have dished it off really to Boutneck. So 2 points gone begging. Mika Elan disrupting Okafor. Thomas Edwards. They go back out now to Lockett. Lockett throws his body into the mix, drives the lane, goes through the traffic. Ball is going to go out of bounds, so there's going to be a Wolves ball from the end line. 4:14 on the clock.
Can't be, it must be a reset. Unless Wolves.
Boutneck dances his way inside. This time dumps it to Williams. Williams is going to go to the line. 3:02 to play. 11-point game. Wow. And that is Rafael Thomas Edwards now on 4 fouls. Jordan Williams. So Davis and Thomas Edwards both carrying 4 for Bristol. Jordan Williams. And obviously, with no crowd in here, you can hear a pin drop, but he goes to the line. Williams drains the pair of them, so single digits once again. 9-point game. Here comes Okafor, Mika Elan. Full court pressure now from Wolves. Okafor again, stop and go, goes to Lockett, little head fake, stop and pop two. Jordan Williams is going to cough up two there, I think.
No, the basket's not.
Has he called the basket as a goaltend?
No, it shouldn't be.
So, referee's just conferring.
It's not a white ball, it's a blue ball. Oh, the arrow's pointing blue.
So, referee just turns over his decision.
Yeah,
it's a
blue
Wolves ball. 9 points the difference, 2:42 to play. Will Bristol have to win by at least 6 to progress through to the next round? Boutneck now, Elan. Boutneck, beautiful dish inside to Jordan Williams, who finds 2 points. Bristol gotta push as hard as they can now. Worcester desperately need this stop. Mika Elan, he's all over Okafor.
It's a 1 point game.
It is, yeah, essentially it's a 1 point game. Great ball movement, Daniel Adozie over the top. Mr. Reliable for the Bristol Flyers. So here comes Boutneck, 9 points of difference, 156. Worcester have got to put in a gargantuan effort now. NBA, little fake, little drop. And 2 points in the bag once again now. Matt Newby encouraging the stop. Coach Kapoulis impassive on the sideline. Great cross-court pass. Thomas Edwards stripped away, he's lost the ball. Martin Boutneck has it. Boutneck goes to Elan for 3! Mika Elan, goodness me! Unbelievable! Worcester within 4 with 1 minute 29 to play. Here at the Worcester Arena, Bristol must win here by 6 to prevent them being eliminated from the cup, and prizing it out of the cabinet in the foyer here at the Worcester Arena. Chris, you couldn't make this up.
It's hard work.
It's hard work. It's hard work. Is that here?
Hard work and making the shot. Yeah, I mean, as I just said in that last time, you could see the two benches. One's quite calm and know what they've got to do. The other one is almost like frustrated that they haven't made good what almost like the ability and the chances that they've had. Now the secret for Wolves is not to panic if they make a 2 or a 3, because just go down the other end. If you just keep on now, from here on is just trade baskets.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, we do. We'll match whatever you do. Obviously, go and win it if you can. But realistically, it's now we're up.
So Chris Lowe's famous last words: just trade buckets.
Well,
I've never heard you say let's just do that.
Yeah, but no, but that's all that Wolves have to realistically do is trade baskets and match them stand up toe to toe, match whatever they throw at you. You just give it them straight back.
Well, it's a one-shot game in terms of survival in the cup competition this season. And Bristol have been out as far as 18 in this game at one stage. They have possession. Thomas Edwards, Okafor line the perimeter. Looking at the Thomas Edwards. Lockett now for Bristol. Lockett muscled down into the corner. Shot clock violation. Great defence from Jordan Williams. Lung-busting effort from Worcester.
Yeah, Lockett missed his opportunity because he went against the big guy instead of going against, I think it was Boutneck had him at one point, and that should have been the time that he did try and go to the hoop.
That's Mika Elan now. Henry Wilkins.
Look after the basketball.
That's it. Now they've got to hold on to it. So we are within the last minute of the game now, 59 seconds. And the whistle has gone. Flyers on 4 fouls now. 4 points 4 points the difference. Worcester have it. Martin Boutnecht. So 53 seconds on the clock. Well, Boutnecht says I was blocked. The referee says get up. Okafor now for Bristol. Worcester have got to get a stop here. 41 seconds. Okafor runs the baseline to get it to Thomas Edwards. Head fake. Thomas Edwards this time drives through traffic, and Marcus Delpeche makes no mistake. Throws it down. The lead is 6. So as it stands, Bristol are progressing through with this scoreline to the next round of the Cup. Worcester need a score to stop them going through. Worcester with Martin Boutnecht. Boutnecht drives inside, he's fouled, and he is going to go to the line to shoot 2. So Coach Kapula saying, guys, get together and have a chat. Interesting, with nobody here, you hear absolutely everything.
Yeah.
Sat here, courtside, you can hear everything the players are saying. It's a lot of it can't be, it's not suitable for broadcast. But,
Even hear what you say.
Oh, my poor wife. So Martin Boutnecht makes the first. So cuts it down to 5-point game. Doesn't make the second. Jordan Williams hoping he could turn that into 3. So 5 points is the lead. Good foul from Martin Boutnecht. 9.1 seconds on the clock. So Wolves sideline ball, 5-point game, 9.1 seconds.
Yeah. Tactical substitution.
Yeah, and Thomas Edwards saying, just send it down here. Lockett gets it in. Copeland goes inside to Lockett. Lockett hard to the bucket. Lockett finds the 2 points. 2.2 seconds to play. Wow. 6-point ball game. And the Bristol Flyers are 2.2 seconds away from going through. Worcester need to find a score.
So Bristol, they can't foul. Because if they foul, they're going to go to the free throw line. So Wolves have to score, obviously. But it's a case of the fine balancing act of what do you do? Do you take the risk of putting someone to the free throw line and saying, well, look, hero to 0, or do you just make it as tough and say to the guys, look, everyone just stay absolutely upright, no reaching, no no jumping, just upright, contest the shot as hard as you can. But don't give the referees any opportunity to make a call.
Well, whatever you do, you've got 2.2 seconds to do it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I think really you're just going to push the basketball, find a shot.
Well, the basketball gets inbound down here anyway.
Exactly. So you're going to push the ball down the court. You're going to look for a shot. Martin Boutnecht looking to heaven for some inspiration. It's 2.2 seconds from this inbound ball, and all it will need is a single score to send Worcester through and Bristol out of the competition within that 6-point margin. Worcester obviously short-handed tonight. They're going to draw something up here. It's the inbound ball. Elam puts up the triple. No good. And with that, it is the Bristol Flyers who will progress through to the next round of the BBL Cup. They have prized the cup out of the cabinet here at the Worcester Arena, and congratulations to them. I mean, what a lung-busting effort tonight it has been. Bristol finding their way really all the way through this game. Worcester coming back in parts, but it wasn't to be tonight. Chris, thanks very much for your input. Once again, that's all from us from the Worcester Arena. It's finished here. The Bristol Flyers 73, Worcester Wolves 66. We'll be here again next Friday for the first round, or the first game of the BBL regular season against the Plymouth Raiders. So until then, take care and we'll see you soon.